जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा रामा। जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा रामा। जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा रामा। जय जय रामा जय रघुरामा दशरथ नंदन राजा। अभय प्रदायक आनंददायक सागर जय जय राम जय रघुराम दशरथ नंदन राजा राम। राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे शिरडी कृष्णा पति कृष्णा साई कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा भक्ति कृष्णा साई कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा राधे कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा शिरडी कृष्णा पति कृष्णा साई कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा जय श्री कृष्णा राधे 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 कृष्णा राधे राधे जय श्री Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Radhe Jai Shri Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Radhe Jai Shri Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Radhe Radhe
Offering our collective salutations at the feet of our beloved Master, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, respected elders, devotees from around the world, staff and students, a warm greetings and a hearty Sai Ram. We take this opportunity to wish each one of you a happy and auspicious Ugadi. The word Ugadi is derived from the Sanskrit term yuga, meaning age, and adi, meaning beginning, signifying the sacred commencement of a new era and the dawn of a fresh chapter in time. This year's Ugadi marks the beginning of the Parabhava Samvatsara in the traditional Hindu lunar calendar. In the cycle of 60 Samvatsaras, each year carries its own unique significance and subtle influence. This year signifies a phase of overcoming and inner transformation, teaching us that challenges are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. This year encourages us to reflect deeply, to rise stronger through every adversity, and transform every difficulty into a stepping stone towards progress and self-elevation. We will now commence today's proceedings with a Vedic invocation by the girl students of the university. They shall be chanting Shishyanushasanam from the Taittiriya Upanishad.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Vedamanuchacharyonte Vasinamanusasti Satyam Vada Dharmanchara Swadhyaya Anma Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyandhanamaritya Prajatantum Vyavachetslihi Satyana Pramaditavyam Dharmana Pramaditavyam Kushalana Pramaditavyam Bhutyena Pramaditavyam Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyana Pramaditavyam Devapitrakaryaabhyana Pramaditavyam Matradevo Bhava Pitradevo Bhava Acharya Devo Bhava Athithi Devo Bhava Yanyanavadyani Karmani Tani Sevitavyani No Itarani Yanyasmakagum Sucharitani Tani Tvayopasyani No Itarani Eke Chasmachreyaghumso Brahmanaha Teshan Tvayasanena Prashvasitavyam Shraddhaya Deyam Ashraddhaya Deyam Shriya Deyam Hriya Deyam Bhiya Deyam Samvida Deyam Arthayadi te karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat Etatra brahmana asamvarshinaha Yukta युक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेताः अथाभ्या आख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः संवर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेताः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु।
Panchangam is a traditional Hindu calendar and almanac used to understand time according to planetary movements. The 5 elements of Panchangam together helps us determine auspicious moments, festivals, and rituals. It is believed that by understanding these, one can align one's action with the natural rhythm of the universe. Now we invite Aditya Ram and Mayuk Shankar Yogi, Vatus from Veda Gurukulam, to present the Panchangam both in Sanskrit and English.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Offering my collective pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Sadguru, respected elders and all my dear brothers and sisters, hearty Sai Ram and Ugadi greetings to one and all. Shri Kalyana Gunavaham Ripuharam Duswapna Doshapaham Ganga Snana Vishesha Punya Phaladam Godana Tulyan Ranam Ayurvruddhidamuttamam Shubhakaram Santana Sampatpradam Nana Karma Susadhanam Samuchitam Panchangama Karnyatam अद्यतन पंचांगम द्विसहस्र षड्विंशति वर्षस्य मार्च मासस्य 19 दिनांकः बृहस्पतिवासरः श्री पराभवनाम संवत्सरः उत्तरायणं वसंत ऋतुः चैत्रमासः शुक्लपक्षः प्रतिपत्तिथिः बृहस्पतिवासरः उत्तराभाद्रा नक्षत्रं शुक्लनामयोगः किंस्तुघ्नकरणं वर्ज्यं पंचोनत्रिवादनतः सार्धचतुर्वादनपर्यन्तं दुर्मुहूर्तं पञ्चाधिकदशवादनतः त्रिपञ्चाशदधिकदशवादनपर्यन्तम् अमृतघटिः नवदशाधिकद्वादशवादनतः त्रिपञ्चाशदधिक एकवादनपर्यन्तं राहुकालः सार्ध एकवादनतः त्रिवादनपर्यन्तं यमगण्डकालः षड्वादनतः सार्धसप्तवादनपर्यन्तं सूर्योदयः षडाधिकषड्वादने सूर्यास्तसमयः चतुर्निमेषाधिकषड्वादनतः. Today's Panchangam, Thursday, March 19, 2026, Shri Parabhavanama Samvatsara, Uttarayana, Vasanta Ritu, Chaitra Masa, Shukla Paksha, Padyami Tithi, Thursday, Uttarabhadra Nakshatra, Shukla Yoga, Kim Stugna Karana, Varjyam, 2:55 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Durmuhurtam, 10:05 a.m. to 10:53 a.m. Amrita Gadiyalu, 12:19 a.m. to 1:53 a.m. Rahukalam, 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. Yamagandam, 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Sunrise, 6:06 a.m. Sunset, 6:04 p.m. तदेव लग्नं सुदिनं तदेव ताराबलं चन्द्रबलं तदेव विद्याबलं दैवबलं तदेव लक्ष्मीपते तेऽङ्घ्रियुगं स्मरामि। आदौ युगादि नाम किम् इति ज्ञास्यामः। युगादि नाम युगस्य आदिः। चैत्रशुक्लप्रतिपत् एव युगादिः इति उच्यते। तत्र कारणम् इदं भवति, अस्मिन् दिने एव भगवान् महाविष्णुः मत्स्यरूपेण वेदान् संरक्ष्य ब्रह्मणः प्रति दत्तवान्। तद्दिने एव नववर्षस्य आरम्भः। तदा च वसन्तऋतोः आगमनमपि भवति। प्रकृतिः अपि नवोत्साहवती भवति। वृक्षाः सर्वे पल्लविताः भवन्ति। सर्वत्र वसन्तस्य प्रभावः दृश्यते। इदानीन्तनजगति नवसंवत्सरः इति यद् आचरन्ति तदा तु प्रकृतौ नववर्षस्य किमपि लक्षणं न भवति। वृक्षाः सर्वे पर्णरहिताः तिष्ठन्ति। वातावरणम् अपि अतिशीतलं भवति। जनाः अपि तादृशवातावरणे उत्साहवन्तः न भवन्ति। अतः युगादिं नववर्षस्य आरम्भः इति कथनम् उचितं भवति।
Firstly, let us understand what is Ugadi. Ugadi, which means new era. The first day of Shukla Paksha in the Chaitra month is called as Ugadi. The reason behind this is that it was on this day Lord Mahavishnu, after taking the form of Matsya, saved the Vedas and returned them back to Brahma. It is on this day that the new year begins. This day is when the spring season begins. Even nature blooms lively and becomes fresh with greenery. During the new year that is celebrated in today's times, nature does not look lively and the trees shed their leaves. Even the climate is too cold. The people do not show such enthusiasm. Hence, considering Ugadi to mark the beginning of the new year is more appropriate.
इदानीं पञ्चाङ्ग नाम किम् इति ज्ञास्यामः। तत्र पञ्च अङ्गानि भवन्ति। तिथिः, वारः, नक्षत्रं, करणं, योगः। पञ्चाङ्गस्य पठनेन शास्त्रेषु उक्त पूर्वसूचनानाम् अवगमनं भवति।
Now, let us understand what Panchangam is. Panchangam consists of 5 elements: Tithi, lunar day; Vara, day of the week; Nakshatra, constellation; Yoga, auspicious time; Karana, half of a Tithi. By studying this Panchangam, we can understand the predictions mentioned in the scriptures.
इदानीं पञ्चाङ्गपठनस्य श्रवणस्य फलं किम् इति ज्ञास्यामः। तिथेः ज्ञानेन श्रीः प्राप्यते। वारस्य ज्ञानेन आयुः वर्धते। नक्षत्रस्य ज्ञानेन पापानि नश्यन्ति। योगस्य ज्ञानेन रोगाः न भवन्ति। करणस्य ज्ञानेन कार्येषु सिद्धिः प्राप्यते।
Now, we shall learn about the benefits we get by reciting and listening to the Panchangam. Observing Tithi brings us wealth. Observing day of the week leads to increased longevity. Observing Nakshatra leads to the elimination of sins. Observing Yoga leads to disease prevention. Observing Karana leads to success and victory.
अधुना द्वादश राशिषु नवग्रहाणां स्थानं किम् इति पश्यामः। मिथुनराशौ बृहस्पतिः प्रविशति। सिंहराशौ केतुः प्रविशति। कुम्भराशौ कुजः बुधः राहुः प्रविशन्ति। मीनराशौ रविः शनिः शुक्रः चन्द्रः प्रविशन्ति।
Let us now understand the positions of the Navagrahas in the 12 zodiac signs. In Mithuna Rashi, Brahaspati is placed. In Simha Rashi, Ketu is placed. In Kumbha Rashi, Kuja, Buddha and Rahu are placed. In Meena Rashi, Ravi, Shani, Shukra and Chandra are placed.
इतः परं राशीनां व्याकृतिं पश्यामः। मेषराशिः आयः 11, व्ययः 5, सम्मानं 2, अपमानं 4।
Now, let us know about the predictions of the 12 Rashis. Mesha Rashi, income 11, expenditure 5, respect 2, insult 4.
वृषभराशिः आयः 5,
व्ययः 14, सम्मानं 5, अपमानं 4. Vrishabha Rashi, income 5, expenditure 14, respect 5, insult 4. Mithuna Rashi, आयः 8, व्ययः 11, सम्मानं 1, अपमानं 7. Mithuna Rashi, income 8, expenditure 11, respect 1, insult 7. कर्काटक राशिः आयः 2, व्ययः 11, सम्मानं 4, अपमानं 7. कर्काटक राशि, income 2, expenditure 11, respect 4, insult 7. सिंह राशिः आयः 5, व्ययः 5, सम्मानं 7, अपमानं 7. सिंह राशि, income 5, expenditure 5, respect 7, insult 7. कन्या राशिः आयः 8, व्ययः 11, सम्मानं 3, अपमानं 3. कन्या राशि, income 8, expenditure 11, respect 3, insult 3. तुला राशिः आयः 5, व्ययः 14, सम्मानं 6, अपमानं 3. तुला राशि, income 5, expenditure 14, respect 6, insult 3. वृश्चिक राशिः आयः 11, व्ययः 5, सम्मानं 2, अपमानं 6. वृश्चिक राशि, income 11, expenditure 5, respect 2, insult 6. धनुर्राशिः आयः 14, व्ययः 11, सम्मानं 5, अपमानं 6. धनुर्राशि, income 14, expenditure 11, respect 5, insult 6. मकर राशिः आयः 2, व्ययः 8, सम्मानं 1, अपमानं 2. मकर राशि, income 2, expenditure 8, respect 1, insult 2. कुंभ राशिः आयः 2, व्ययः 8, सम्मानं 4, अपमानं 2. कुंभ राशि, income 2, expenditure 8, respect 4, insult 2. मीन राशिः आयः 14, व्ययः 11, सम्मानं 7, अपमानं 2. मीन राशि, income 14, expenditure 11, respect 7, insult 2. श्री उमामहेश्वरस्य तथा च अस्माकं सद्गुरूणाम् अनुग्रहं सम्प्रार्थ्य एवञ्च श्री सत्यसाई लोकसेवा वेदगुरुकुलस्य परतः सर्वेभ्यः युगादिपर्वणस्य शुभाशयान् व्याहरामः। एवञ्च यदुक्तं तत्सर्वं सद्गुरुचरणयोः सश्रद्धा समर्प्य विरमामः। Invoking the blessings of Lord Umamaheshwara and Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Once again, Ugadi greetings to all of you from Sri Sathya Sai Lokaseva Veda Gurukulam. We offer this at Swami's lotus feet. Thank you. Sai Ram. श्रियमेवावरुन्धे शीते वाते पुरन्निवेत्याः क्षेमो वै राष्ट्रस्य शीतो वातः क्षेममेवावरुन्धे।
Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research, through its expansive Sai Swasthya network, is deeply committed to prevention and early detection of non-communicable diseases, particularly in rural and underserved communities. With a vision rooted in compassionate, accessible, and free healthcare, the institution continues to work towards reducing the burden through large-scale screening and community-based interventions. Translational AI for networked universal healthcare, with its focus on leveraging translational artificial intelligence for universal healthcare, aims to develop and deploy cutting-edge sustainable technology that empowers frontline healthcare workers and strengthen healthcare delivery systems. On this auspicious occasion, we are delighted to announce a Memorandum of Understanding formalizing the partnership between Sri Madhusudan Sai Institute of Medical Sciences and Research and Translational AI for Networked Universal Healthcare. We now invite Dr. Sriram Ganapati, Associate Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering, Indian Institute of Sciences, and Lead Conversational AI and Mental Health Co-Chief Project Manager for TANU, and Dr. Kanwaljit S. Anand, Director, Medical Education and Research, to come on stage for the exchange of the MOU. This collaboration brings together a shared vision to harness technology and service to enable detection, prevention, and effective management of non-communicable diseases in rural India. This partnership stands as a step towards integrating innovation with compassion and advancing the larger mission of accessible healthcare for all. May we now invite Dr. B.N. Nasimurthy ji to address all of us.
Dearest Sadhguru, on behalf of everyone gathered here and those who are watching us live, I place our loving salutations at your feet. Very dear brothers and sisters, students, boys and girls, ಪ್ರೇಮಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀಸಲು ನವಸಂವತ್ಸರ ತೊಲಗಲಿ ದ್ವೇಷ ತೊಲಗಲಿ ಮತ್ಸರ ನಮ್ಮ ಎದೆಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸುಖನಿಧಿ ಎಂದು ಹೊಸ ಹೂಣಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ತೊಡಗಿಂದು. This is a very profound poem composed by the first Jnanpith Award winner of Karnataka, the Poet Laureate, Kuvempu. This is about the new year. It's so very relevant in a place like this, where everyone is here in the presence of a master who has realized divinity, who is divinity walking on 2 feet. ಪ್ರೇಮಕ್ಕೆ ಮೀಸಲು ನವಸಂವತ್ಸರ. Let us dedicate ourselves to cultivation of love in the new year. ತೊಲಗಲಿ ದ್ವೇಷ. May all hatred vanish. ತೊಲಗಲಿ ಮತ್ಸರ, all jealousy, let it disappear. ನಮ್ಮ ಎದೆಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸುಖನಿಧಿ ಎಂದು. After having learned that the true treasure of real happiness is in our heart, ಹೊಸ ಹೂಣಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ತೊಡಗಿಂದು. Today, with new energy, new vigor of the new year, let us put in efforts to realize that divinity, which is the embodiment of joy and bliss. This is from Kuvempu. Our students from Veda Gurukulam It was such a wonderful sight to see the two little boys, Aditya Ram speaking in Sanskrit and Mayuk Sharma translating it into English and explaining to us the significance of what is Ugadi and what is Panchanga, the 5 aspects of an auspicious or inauspicious day or time. In Hindu calendar, as was already said by Aditya, the cycle of 60 years defines the flow of time. And if you carefully look at the names of the 60 years, beginning with Prabhava and ending with Akshaya, the sages who designed this 60-year cycle were all self-realized masters, all of them. Therefore, there is an indication here. Prabhava means one is rise, second is birth. See, every human being is born, starts with birth, but after 60 years, when he is 60 years, the year that comes is Akshaya, means imperishable, undiminishing. What it means is, the sages prescribed 60 years of life. You are born. Janmana jayate jantuhu, it is said. Everyone who is born, just born baby, is only a jantu. It's like any other animal. But what should happen by the time he is 60 years, he should become Akshaya, means he should realize his divinity, become one with divinity, and treat auspicious and inauspicious things as the same, and you should in fact become divinity itself. This is the indication which is given. And you look at the 60 years, names of the 60 years, you will find that there are auspicious names, there are inauspicious names, and there are also neutral names. In fact, 20 auspicious names, 20 inauspicious names, and 20 neutral names are there. Here also the sages indicate to us that life is a mix, life is a combination. That is why on this day of Ugadi, we are offered Bevu Bella, means a mix of neem leaves and jaggery as prasada. One is bitter, another is sweet, and they also mix fried channa also. That is neutral actually. Therefore, they are indicating to us that your life is a mix, is a combination. Nobody's life is a bed of roses, whoever it is. Even when the avatars came, we have seen in the life of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, we have ourselves seen. Towards the physical end of his life, he looked so very helpless. He could not change sides on his own. He could not sit on his own. He could not stand on his own. That was the situation. Why is it so? They also set an example for us. This is what is life. When you become old, Bhagavan Baba lived till 86 years. How you should conduct yourself with dignity, with grace, with love, with understanding, with wisdom. Avatars also set examples. Lord Krishna was killed. Being killed is not an auspicious end to anybody's life. But the greatest avatar, he was killed by a hunter. And Sri Rama drowned himself in the river Saryu. So why all this? Because they set an example. They tell us, don't be deterred. Don't get into depression or despair when you are facing difficulties in your life. So, for example, 20 names. Such auspicious names, wonderful names are there. See, Prabhava, Vibhava, Ishvara, Jaya, Vijaya. I mean, all are very auspicious names. Once you just listen to that and you will feel very happy. And also inauspicious names are there. Durmati means bad mind. Durmukhi, bad face. Raktakshi, eyes of blood. Vikruti means ugly. Virodhikrut, everything is opposing you, resisting you, your progress. And there are Tatastha names like Sadharana. Sadharana means ordinary. It is a neutral name. Similarly, we have Swabhanu, Chitrabhanu, a few of them like that. Therefore, life definitely for anybody who comes in the human body into this world, he or she will have to go through ups and downs of life. There are sorrows and there is happiness. And there is success, there is failure. Then how do we conduct ourselves is the very important thing. And this is where spirituality makes its presence. Unless you cultivate spirituality, you can't be happy always. You can be happy always, even if you are lying down on a bed of arrows. This was demonstrated by Bhishma Pitamaha, the grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, Bhishma. For 92 days, he was on a bed of arrows. And Krishna suggested to Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja, and the Pandavas, here is a person in the last days of his life. He is the wisest person who exists on this earth. You have to go, we will go there. Talk to him and get his guidance how to rule the country. What really helps? What really helps? And it was Bhishma who gave the most sacred Vishnu Sahasranama to Yudhishthira when Yudhishthira asked the question. When I face defeats in my life, when I face miseries and sorrows, upsets, what do I do? He says, best thing is to chant the Vishnu Sahasranam. Even Shirdi Baba said this. Shirdi Baba said when somebody went and prayed to Shirdi Baba, I am going through a lot of difficulties in my life, what should I do? He said, chant Vishnu Sahasranama. And then he said, as if it is his own experience, it must be some other devotee's experience. I was also undergoing a lot of difficulties. I chanted Vishnu Sahasranama. That day, night, I got a dream. The dream was the heavy, roller which was on my chest was removed. And I felt very happy, he said. So this was given by Bhishma. What does it mean? Even on a bed of arrows, you can be happy. You can guide others, teach the highest wisdom. It is all possible only if you are spiritual. See, without that, it is not possible at all. Especially elders and old people. Unless they are spiritual, their life is absolutely miserable. Absolutely miserable. Therefore, Bhagavan Sri Krishna said, Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsyasi. Therefore, what is that you have to do? See, there is a way out. Take everything with equanimity, with samatva. Sukhe dukkhe, happiness and sorrow. Labha, labho, alabha means gain and pain. And fight this battle of life. And then you will not incur sin. Then how do we really get that equanimity? There is one and the only way. There is no other way. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. This is what God, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, gave this assurance to whole of mankind. Jesus also gave this experience. I am the way. I am the truth. Come to me. And in every religion, even Lord Buddha said that. Everyone said this. What is it? One and the only way is surrender to God. But problem with us, God is not seen. How do you surrender to Him? Somebody whom you have not seen. Anybody who has realized God is God Himself or God herself. Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati declares the Upanishad. One who knows Brahma, one who knows God is God Himself. Buddha was God. Jesus was God. Krishna was God. Rama is God. Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba is God. Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai is God because he knows God. If he chooses, he can be one with God. It's a question of, it is Shelley who said, life like a dome of colored glass stains the shine of eternity. Life like a dome of colored glass stains the shine of eternity. Eternity is shining in our heart. God is shining in our heart. But that shine is dimmed, stained. By what? A dome. Colored glass. Dome of colored glass is the mind. Depending on our mind, we see the world. The color of the mind decides the color of the world we see. Therefore, we who had the great fortune of having the darshan of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, talking to him, listening to his discourses, his words of assurance, once he declared, Nannu nammina vaalaku nenu annamu matram kaadu, amrutam kuda prasadisthanu. He said in his wonderful Telugu, those who trust me, I not only give them food, all the basic material needs you require, I will also give amruta. I will give the nectar of immortality. That's what he said. Every divine personality has declared this. And brothers and sisters, students, boys and girls, our good fortune is limitless, infinite, because we have someone like Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai guiding our lives. It all depends on us. The opportunity is given to us. The seed is given to us. Once it seems there was a young family of Christians. Husband was 30, wife was 24. They had a child, a boy of, say, 3 years, 4 years. And the husband was always complaining. He also went to church. He was also devoted to Lord Jesus Christ. But he always complained. Whenever there were difficulties, he will complain. And he will tell his wife, look at this, what Jesus has done to us. But here was wife, very wise, very, very wise. In most cases, that is the truth everywhere. That's why, called better half. And she was always equanimous. She had so much faith in Lord Jesus Christ. Always said, thy will be done, not mine. She had surrendered. Once it seems husband in a dream went to heaven. And heaven also had a help desk. And who was there at the help desk? Jesus Christ was standing. He called him and asked him, may I help you? Oh, Lord, you are here. What do you want? He said, grant me success, grant me prosperity, grant me joy always. And Jesus said, I don't deal in fruits, I deal only in seeds. This man was very disappointed and he woke up from the dream. He did not take the seeds. Next morning, husband was telling his wife and the boy, a kid also was there. This is what happened. Wife also had nothing to say. But this boy said, Father, you should have taken the seeds. If you have seed, we can get fruit, no? We can plant the seed, bring up the sapling, and it will give us fruits after some time. So everybody is given opportunities. Just because we are students of this divine institution, just because we are followers of Sadguru or devotees of Sadguru or Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, it doesn't mean anything. We are given seeds. We may throw away these seeds. Without knowing the value of the seed, you may not receive also. So it depends on us, each and every one of us. We have to plant the seed. We have to bring it up, water the sapling, protect it against any cattle that could come and graze it off. And finally, you are going to get the fruits. Therefore, do we fail or succeed to achieve the ultimate goal of life in our lives? Not sure. This is what Shirdi Baba said. When one devotee asked him, Baba, so many hundreds of people come to you, will all of them get moksha? Shirdi Baba showed, look at that. It was also springtime like this, Vasanta Rutu. Said, look at this mango tree. How many flowers are there? He said, countless, thousands. Will all of them become fruits? Shirdi Baba asked. No, this is also same. In fact, once I asked Baba, Swami, all those who have come to you, touched your feet, listened to your words, will get liberation. Then Baba said, there are many mosquitoes in my room. Cockroaches. Will they get moksha? He asked. So let us not become cockroaches and mosquitoes. Let us take this seed with both hands, with reverence, with devotion, and put in our effort so that finally we reap the fruits. And nothing, I am telling you, just surrender to Sadguru and moksha is guaranteed. 100%. There is absolutely no doubt. Surrender means what? Not listening to him only when it is convenient for us. Most of us do that. We listen to him, obey him, only when he tells us something which is convenient. Otherwise, we hate him also. There are many instances we see. Therefore, in this new year, let us resolve that we utilize the great opportunity of being in the presence of a divine master, Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. With these words, I conclude and pray to Sadguru for his Ugadi message on this wonderful morning. Thank you very much. Sairam to you.
Samvasanti Ritva Yasmin iti Samvatsaraha, it is said. That time wherein all the seasons coexist. Such a time is a year by definition. So today, as per the Hindu calendar, which follows the movement of the moon, we celebrate the beginning of another auspicious year, which is called Parabhava Nama Samvatsaram. Parabhava is the name. What it truly is an opportunity to grow, to evolve, to go beyond the limitations of the human existence of body and mind. People interpret the name Parabhava in different ways. In very ordinary parlance, it is considered as defeat or some kind of challenge or difficulty, leading to humiliation and insult. But if you really look at it from the spiritual point of view, your ego is defeated and the higher self shines. Para is higher. We know apara and apara vidya is there. So para is higher. So para means the higher, bhava means become. So become that higher self. That is the call of this year. So it's an auspicious year only. No time is inauspicious. It depends on us what we do with it. So I think no need to think too much, but rather use this time, this opportunity to grow and evolve and become that. That is what he's saying. Become that, become the greater self that you are. So with these, I want to convey the best wishes and blessings for the beginning of another year, Ugadi, and may we all put efforts on this spiritual path so that we grow and evolve as the name of the year suggests. But just now our Nasimurti was telling about life being a series of ups and downs. All life is like that. Nobody's life is spared. Look at the great avatars, great saints, sages, or the sinners. All of them go through the motions of life because all the seasons exist in one year. You have summer, you have winters, you have rains, you also have spring, you have autumn, you have all kinds of things. The idea is that especially in India, there are 6 seasons, unlike most of the world where sometimes only 4. And there are places in the world there are only 2 seasons. Compared to that, India is a very rich land, which had the privilege of, still has the privilege, though climate change is affecting things, but yet we do see 6 seasons. And the 12 months of the year are divided into 6 seasons of 2 months each, approximately. And we start the new year in the best season of the year, which is Vasanta Ritu, the spring season. As the little children were speaking, that this is Vasanta Ritu, the nature seems to be very enthusiastic. There are new blooms, flowers, fruits. The whole thing is so beautiful. And this is the way we should begin the year, as per the Indian old traditional way. So Vasanta Ritu is the best Ritu. Why? Because Krishna says, Rutunam Kusumakaraha. I am the spring season amongst all the seasons. Amongst all the 6 seasons, I am the season of spring. Because it brings beauty, it brings prosperity, it brings some kind of a positivity. So we begin our year during the spring season. And most of the traditional civilizations, they also start the year more or less around this time, when the spring season arrives, according to their placement on the planet. So it's a good way to start. And what is the message of spring? The message is that there is always the next opportunity to bloom, blossom, and to progress. There were winters just a while ago. All the leaves were fallen. There were no flowers and fruits. The whole place looked very dry and dull. The boys were saying that. But here is an opportunity to begin once again. Another fresh opportunity God provides us with the beginning of a new season, with the beginning of the new year. And of course, through the year, we'll go through the ups and downs that is given. Summer will come, rain will come, pre-winters will come, winters will come, spring will again come, and the cycle will go on and on. That is something that we have to accept. That is what he's saying. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in the very beginning, he says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhadaha. Because of our engagement with the seasons or with the things of the outside, our senses get engaged with them. So cold or heat gives us happiness or sorrow accordingly. Cold or heat by themselves are not the cause of anybody's happiness and sorrow. In the winters, we want heat. Heat gives joy and cold gives pain. In the summers, is the other way around. Heat gives pain and cold gives joy. So it is nothing to do with the outside, is what Krishna is saying. It is our interaction with the things of the world that defines how we experience things. So he says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya, because of the touch of the senses, engagement of the senses, interaction of the senses, cold or heat gives you happiness or sadness. So what does Krishna say? Can we wish away cold and heat? No, seasons will come, summer will come, it will be burning hot, and we would curse the sun at that point in time. And when the winters come, we would pray, please sun, you must rise and we need some warmth, the same sun. So sun is not bothered whether we praise or blame. Like gods are not bothered, saints are not bothered. They are doing their duty as per the divine will. They will come and go as per their routine. But we experience them differently because of our own expectations. This is what he was saying. So first set your expectations right. What is it? Learn to endure, learn to bear. That is what Krishna tells. Because these are changing ones. Agama, apayino, anityam. They come and go and they are temporary. Tan titikshasva bharata. Therefore, bear it. Bear it. Endure it. Don't complain about it. Life will bring all kinds of flavors. Today's Ugadi Pachadi, which is quite famous, then we make a chutney of several things. There is sweetness of what he said, jaggery we put in it. Then there is bitterness of the neem flowers. There is this tangy taste of the fresh green mango, unripe mangoes. Then we also put a little bit of salt in it. Then we also put a little bit of tamarind to give that a little bit of sour taste. We also put some green chilies or chili powder a little bit just to give that spice. So 6 flavors, 6 seasons, all have to be endured. Krishna doesn't say enjoy them. Enjoy the heat, enjoy the cold. No, it is not true, because when it's really cold, you can't enjoy the cold. When it's really hot, you really don't enjoy the heat. So what does he say? He sets the expectation right. Don't try to enjoy them, just endure them. Just go through them. Take it as it comes, with equanimity, with equipoise. That is the message of every single year that begins afresh. One, it's a new opportunity. It gives you another chance to recommit yourselves, to grow, to evolve, to become better versions of ourselves from the previous year. And it also teaches us that even while we would do our very best, there would be times during the year which would be conducive or not so nice. But take everything in consideration with equanimity and endure it. Go through it. And that is the beauty of our scriptures, which always guide us. Scriptures are our guiding lights. They tell us how to lead our lives. And this is why we always come together and we start another month from here. And our months are lunar months, as you know. You have moon, you have Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha. Now Shukla Paksha is starting from today, the first day. And then slowly from there it will grow. Then become a full moon. And again from full moon it will deteriorate. Again it will go to Krishna Paksha, and then finally will be the Amavasya. And this cycle repeats 12 times. And that is how we thought of life. There will be growth and there will be decline. There will be progress, and sometimes there will also be setbacks. There will be happy and positive times, and there will also be obstacles and challenges. And that's a part of life. But the good part is anityam, agamapayino. They come and go, they are temporary. So when people come to me and give me some bad news and say, we are so sad that this has happened, I said, don't worry, it's temporary. This will go and happy times will come. So don't worry. In fact, you should celebrate that bad times have come, because this will go now and the good times will come. But those who are having good times, I tell them, don't be too excited, because this will also go and bad times will come again. So don't be too overjoyed by things. Endure it. Tam titikshasva bharata. Endure it, oh dear one. Do not try to enjoy it or try to reject it. Both are not necessary. Just endure it. It is what it is. When spring season comes, it looks like this. When summers come, there is this way. Winters another way. Rainy season another way. So yes, all seasons come and go, and when we are prepared for it, when winters come, don't we get prepared? What do? We get all our woolens out, and we get them ready. We get our blankets and our sweaters and gloves and caps out. And we light fire, we keep ourselves warm. So be prepared. We don't wish the winters away. If you simply complain, I don't want winters to happen, that's not right at all. Similarly, when rainy season comes, we get our raincoats out, we get our umbrellas out, and we watch the sky for the clouds and then decide whether to step out or not. So we learn to adapt and we learn to evolve. We don't look at things as obstacles or opportunities. We just simply look at them as what they are, take it at their face value, and learn to adapt, learn to endure, learn to grow from there. So do not wish things away or wish things to come. Simply learn to be, learn to endure, and learn to evolve. And that is the reason why So nicely we make this Ugadi festival sweet or pachadi. It's not even sweet because it is of no single flavor. It has all the flavors in it. Somebody sent me this morning the Ugadi pachadi. And I can't search for sweetness alone in that. It is a mixed bag of things. I can't get only the sweet in and leave the bitterness out. It's not possible. Everything got mixed. So you have to taste it. And life is like that. Life is like that. So our ancestors had great wisdom. They said life is like that. Learn to accept things, learn to endure them. And do not over-expect. That will lead to unnecessary sorrow. So not expecting is the best thing to do. And that is why Krishna leads us to the concept of Sthita Prajna. Arjuna says to Krishna, are such people really existing who can live life like this? When things go bad also they are same. When things happen well also they are the same. Are people like this? Do they really exist? Or is it just an idea, a fantasy? Krishna says, no, they do exist. They do exist. What does he say? What our Narasimhaji said just now. When happy times come, sukheshu, vigatas praha, they don't get too attached. Or let me always be happy. Give me always joy, no, never any sorrow. Or dukkheshu, anudvigna manaha. When bad times come, their minds don't shake and they don't tremble and cry. Vita raga bhaya krodha. They have given up what? Raga, the attachment to things. Bhaya, the fear that if things don't turn out to the way we want it, what will happen? And anger, why things are not happening the way we want them to happen. See how he chooses the word. Raga, bhaya, krodha. Because when raga is there, an attachment or expectation is there, then fear is there. What if this expectation is not met? And when the expectation is not met, anger is there. So Krishna says these people have given up attachments, therefore they have given up fear and anger. Vitaraga bhaya krodha sthitadhihi muniruchyate. They are steady-minded. They are steady-minded. And therefore they are munis. They are the saints. They are the equal-minded sthita prajna. Such a beautiful definition. Krishna says this is possible. And how do these people do it? First, they set their expectations right. They know this is how the world is. Bhagavan used to tell the story that time. He used to tell if you go to in the old times, there were something called military hotels were there. There'll be a big board called military hotel. I don't know why they used to call military hotel. Maybe the passing by soldiers used to eat there. But that was a non-vegetarian hotel. I used to say, if you enter a military hotel and ask for idli vada, will they give you dosa, chutney? They'll say, can't you read the board? This is a non-vegetarian hotel. You don't get vegetarian stuff. Likewise, Krishna says there is a board on top of this world. Anityam, Asukham, Lokam. The board says Anityam, it's temporary. Asukham, it is full of misery. Lokam, this world. So when you enter the world, you first read what's written on the board, where you are entering. And the entry board says very clearly, this is a temporary and a miserable place that you are entering right now. So what do we do now that we have already come in? Where is the exit? How do we get out of it? Then Krishna says, Imam prapya bhajasvamam. Therefore, having gotten into this world which is temporary and miserable, the only refuge, the only escape is bhajasvamam. Bhaja means not just do bhajan, do remember Krishna. He says, bhajasvamam, enjoy me here. Try to experience me here. In all the misery also try to experience me. That is what I was telling in Singapore, how Kunti prayed to Krishna. She says, Vipada santu ta shashvat, tatra tatra jagat guru. Give me troubles every now and then, here and there, all the time. Shashvat, continuously in fact. Why should I do that? Bhavato yad darshanam syad, na punaradhava darshanam, it says. The one who has seen you does not have to see the rebirth. When I look at you, my all miseries are forgotten. Even though miseries exist in my life, but looking at your face, I forget everything. All my worries, all my complaints, all my gone. That is why I want to see you again and again, Krishna. But you come only when I sincerely call you. And I sincerely call you only when I'm miserable. In good times, I don't remember you. Who remembers God in good times? Bad times, we run to God. It's like doctors in our hospital. Who goes to the doctor regularly? They only go when there is a trouble at your door. Then they run to doctors. So sometimes this world is like that. It's been designed like that, that there are troubles, there are challenges and misery. So we run to God all the time. So Krishna says very clearly, having entered a world which is by nature anityam asukham, temporary and miserable, the good thing is that it's miserable, but it is temporarily miserable. It doesn't exist forever. But what is the refuge? What is that island of hope and joy in the ocean of misery? Krishna. He says God and godly things. And what Krishna is bhajasvamam, enjoy me, experience me. And how do we experience him? He said, Mayyeva manadhasva, mahi buddhim niveshaya. Nivashisyasi mayyeva ata urdhvam na sanshaya, he says. How do you do? Mayyeva, put all your mind on me, invest your mind in me. Yad karoshi, yad juhoshi, yad ashnasi, dadasi, whatever you do, think, act, speak, do it for my sake. How do I please the Lord? How do I please God within and without? By all my thought, words and actions. So my mind is totally engaged in that. You go and check your own lives. The mistakes that have been made advertently or inadvertently, they happen only when we forgot God. Whenever God was the topmost priority and we were full of godly thoughts, no mistakes ever happened by us. Only times when we forget God and our ego takes over, that's when we speak, think or act in a way which is different from our true divine nature. That's why he says, Mayyeva manadas. So take your mind and invest it in me. Let your mind be continuously engaged in my thoughts. Mahi buddhim niveshaya. All your buddhi, all your intelligence, don't use your own intelligence. Use the divine intelligence. Give up your individual intelligence which is born out of your ego, that I am educated, I am talented, I am skilled, I am experienced, I know what to do. Give that also up and give it to God. Say, God, buddhi, I have buddhi, but you guide the buddhi. You be the guiding teacher. And let Krishna guide our mind and intellect. And they say, Nivashasyasi mayeva, when you completely are invested. Because mind and intelligence are only our problem. Body is not a problem. Body is only an instrument. Somebody wrote, who is reborn? Body suffers after the rebirth, right? Because you are born in a bad body if you have done bad things in the past. I said, body just bears the consequences of what the mind did, what your intelligence did. So it is the mind which is the reason. Manayava manushyanam karanam bandha moksha. So invest your mind in me, says Krishna. Invest your thoughts in me. Let me be the topmost priority in your life. Let me be the center of everything that you do. Let that be your way of redemption. So that never the mind engages in something which is unhealthy or undivine. You can always be right then. So that is an effort because ego drags us in the other direction. It wants to survive. It wants to have its existence. It wants to live. So it drags us in the opposite direction saying, no, don't surrender yourself to the divine. What about your personal credits? What about your acknowledgements? What about that feel good that you get when people say, oh, you did it? You will not be able to enjoy that. So don't surrender yourself to divine. Because the one who is surrendered cannot have ego. Anybody who comes and says, what a wonderful achievement you have made, he will or she will not accept it because it's all done by the divine. Karte ho tum kanaiyan, mera naam ho raha hai, they say. Oh Lord, you do it. Prabhu, aapki kripa se mera kaam ho raha hai. Karte ho tum kanaiya, mera naam ho raha hai. By your grace, everything gets done. You do everything and I get all the good name. So they feel actually in a way guilty of taking God's credit. So they live a very humble and simple life. And similarly, when things go wrong, just in case go wrong because the world is like that, they don't beat themselves up. Because of me, I did this, I was the reason for it and all that. They say, no, that is also a part of the divine play. I have just instrumented the divine will as long as your ego is really surrendered. You don't experience both ups and downs. You go through it. That is what Krishna is teaching. That is what God is teaching. So what do we do in this new year? Parabhava, he says, go beyond. Rise above. Become that. What is it asking to do? Surrender your ego. This silly ego which comes in our way, which wants its acknowledgement, which wants its praise, which wants its credits in every little thing. And then when things go wrong, it bashes itself up, blames itself or somebody else, and goes through the guilt and the terrible feelings of negativity and depression. Both need not be your lot. If you rise above this, he says, rise above this, rise beyond this idea of body, mind, intellect, rise to that higher state of existence, the Sthita Prajna Bhava, Parabhava, and that is why saying Parabhava, become the higher self. Dva Suparna, Sayuja Sakhaya, the two birds on the tree, become the upper bird. This is the call of this year. So some people ask me, is it a good year or a bad year? I said, depends on you, not on the year. What do you do with it? You do nothing, you simply waste your time and get into the motions of things. It is a bad year going to be for you and for everybody around you. But you can also make it a good year. And some like our children came and talked about the various rashis and things like that. So as per the astrology, there is a method. In every year is ruled by a king. And the king is Jupiter, in the sense Guru, this year. It means Guru is the most powerful planet during this year. And that means wisdom, that means knowledge, that means hard work, that means tests, and that also means graduation at the end. So when teacher is entering this year as the main lead, whatever the star or planet, what he's trying to do, he's trying to teach you. And teaching new things means unlearning the old ones. Letting go of the old is what will get you the new. And that is a painful process. Letting go of our humanness, our petty ego identity, to embrace the higher self it's a very difficult thing. It's a very difficult thing. And that is why it's going to be a challenging year. Because a lot of opportunities will arise where you must give up your ego, your attachments, your individuality, your personality to rise. But because of the habits of so many lifetimes, we would find it difficult to give up all that. And that will create those frictions in the life. And that is what feels like this year is such a humiliating year. Always there are challenges and obstacles. Always there is somebody saying something to us. But every single such instance, you should remember this discourse saying, oh, the Guru has taken charge. And he's showing me the mirror, how much of ugliness still exists inside me. How much of anger, ego, how much of all the negativity exists. And he will show the mirror through so many people in my life. They'll come and tell me, oh, you are a horrible fellow. You are so egoistic. We do not want to work with you. We don't want to be with you. And that will hurt you like tons of bricks. And then you will feel, why this all is happening to me in this year? But then remember, the Guru is guiding. He is teaching us to let go of the old, which is not nice. And embrace the new. New means the higher. So let go of the lower and embrace the higher. So your ego is going to get a good bashing this year. This I am already telling you. So every now and then when you face such challenges and so-called humiliations, they had even a scale of humiliations and respect. They have a scale, 14-pointer scale. So in that they were telling which Rashi will go through, what kind of expenditures, what kind of income, what kind of respect and what kind of insults. I'm sure everybody has listened to that. So anyway, be prepared. But more importantly, it simply says, you do what you can to rise above all these little individualities, you see. This is what comes in our way. And I think this year is an opportunity that way, because guided by the Guru, as per the astrology. And Guru is a good thing to have, but Guru's effect gets diminished. As it is said, suppose Saturn also, like the negative planets also come in the same house, then they color the light, as Narsimurti said. The pure light is getting colored. So Guru's effect gets diminished when your mind becomes too possessive of your ideas. Then you don't listen to the good things that Guru is telling. You find faults in Guru's teachings. And that's how you lose the opportunity. Because of your personal selfishness and ego. You do not want to listen and obey. But that is something that you have to get over. So this year will throw such opportunities to recognize those deficits within us, to correct ourselves, to let go of the ego and still obey the Guru, even if it is not so comfortable or convenient, yet that is the right thing to do. So keep that as your higher idea. Meditate more this year. More time you take to be mindful. Before a word escapes your lips, be mindful what is coming out of my mouth. Take a moment before you open your mouth, because words will escape this year and they will not be nice if you do not have that forethought, that a little one moment's meditation to ask your Guru within, is this okay or not? Similarly, any thought you think, any word you speak or any action you do, take that moment to be a little more mindful. That's very important in this year. Otherwise, you'll unnecessarily damage things for yourself. So please be more mindful. It means meditate a little more. Take time to calm down, relax, balance yourselves, recalibrate before you start the day. Very important. A lot of our people go for bhajans and prayers as a part of their rituals, but they don't take that few moments off to be with themselves without having to depend on any external things like prayers and rituals. Just a few minutes by your side, sitting with yourself, and just taking a stock of what's going on within. And making a plan for the day. From the point of view that, yes, I have to be mindful, and these are 2, 3, 4 issues that might come up today, and I must be prepared. What way prepared? I must pray and then only open my mouth. That clarity, that preparation is required every day. Otherwise, again, this year will, spin you around because you're missing the point every single time. Every time you miss it, the next opportunity will be even worse, sir. The challenge gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The faster you deal with it, the better it is. So please be careful, be mindful, be more meditative. And because we believe in moon and moon's colors, the various phases that affects our mind. So especially most strong days will be the Amavasyas and the Paurnamis. When the moon is not directly affecting us, it is not there in terms of light is not there, or when the moon is full. These 2 days, all the more you should meditate. This year will take you through all these things. And in fact, in our old times, before all these Gregorian calendar came, we were only going by our Indian lunar calendars. And we didn't have Sunday, Monday and all this concept. We had only 2 big holidays every 15 days. There was no weekly holiday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday our people wrote to me, give us weekly offs and all. I told you, we Indians worked throughout the month and only took 2 times holidays. One is the full moon day, the other one is new moon day. Because we needed to know how to behave, how to recalibrate ourselves because the moon is changing. And here is the moon with all its power and brightness, and here is the other phase of the moon with no light. Both the days we did prayers. People did upavasa, that is ate less, so that there is less energy, so that there is less damage to others. And similarly, they followed rituals, they prayed to their Kula Devatas and their gods, must remember them on difficult days. So they did all these things. These 2 days were the only holidays, the Paurnami and the Amavasya. So if I go back to our Indian traditional calendar, all those who are asking Sundays and Saturdays off, all the best to you. You will get only 1 Paurnami off and 1 Amavasya off, as per the Indian method. Isn't it? I was in Sri Lanka. They take Paurnami off. That is the reason, because they're still following. Of course, they also take Sunday off, by the way. So they have a lot of holidays. But we had the reason why we wanted a full moon day or new moon day as offs, because the mind is getting affected. That is why those people who get overtly excited, we call them lunatics, lunatics, all these mental wellness centers people and all that. They are very careful with their patients on those days, because they suddenly get excited. Children get excited. You should see children. On full moon days, they'll be overexcited. Animals behave differently. At least we had a dog earlier. On full moon day, he'll be so excited, you can't control him. His behavior changes because the moon and mind, we are made of water, and moon has effect on water. We all know the high tide and low tide and all that. And we are made of water. So the moon effect, that's why Chandrama Manaso Jataha, it is said in Purusha Suktam. The moon was born from the mind of the Purusha, the great supreme being. And that's why moon and mind are connected. So full moon day or new moon day, do your prayers. You have got a beautiful temple now, Umamaheshwara Swami temple. And he holds the moon on his head. It means he has control over the moon. He controls the colors of the moon. That is the idea. That Shiva has the power to control the mind. That is what is Parabhava. Go beyond the mind into the self. Shiva can help you. Parvati can help you. Somebody sent a nice message, said, Para means Parashakti De, goddess. And Bhava means Shiva. Bhavudu, Shivudu we say. So both together, Shiva Shakti are there together. And we need their support to rise beyond our mind and our humanness. So you pray. Pray on important days, pray every day, but be mindful. Take a moment before you decide on things, before you speak or act. Very important. Otherwise, there is a good chance that you will end up doing wrong things, and then you will have to blame only yourself for that. So as a teacher, this is what I can tell you. No year is good or bad. It depends on what we make out of it. It is the same moon, it is the same sun. We have to change and behave better. So be a little more mindful this year. That is what I would say. Do more meditation, spend more quiet time, and take a moment before you say or think or do anything. Take a moment, that's all, just to discriminate. Pray, and then you do what is required to be done. And if you practice this for the whole year, all years from here, rest of your lives, whether they are good years, bad years, all will become better years. So that is how it's important to come together and discuss a few things in the beginning of every year. Some new year resolutions, as they say. Because these resolutions at least remind us where we are falling short and where we have to improve. But most of the resolutions don't last beyond a week or two. But this resolution that we should become better human beings should be the most important resolution in our lives. If by next year we don't become better versions, as I say, and improved versions of ourselves, what's the point? One more year has been wasted, that's all we can say. We have eaten, slept, made merry, and not grown at all. What is the point? It's a wasted year. So don't do that. Every minute is precious. You can imagine those who are living right now in the conflict zones of wars. For them, every moment they know what is the value of it. They don't know whether they will be alive tomorrow. And we are sitting here safe, celebrating a festival, looking forward to another year. We should be very grateful to God for all that we already have with us. We don't have to ask for more. That is why there is no reason to complain. A devotee never complains. Even in good times, he praises God. Bad times also, he praises God. Says, in both ways, you are protecting me, looking after me. I couldn't have done better than this. You have already taken care of everything. Even the bad that I'm experiencing, you have already made it just enough for me to bear it. You have already reduced the effect of it. That is the kind of positive attitude a devotee has. So you should not develop negative attitude. And as I said, take a moment. So mantra for this year is mindfulness. Be more mindful about everything. Pray more, meditate more. It will help you to behave better, and you will definitely become better by the next year. And whatever comes in this year, endure it. Take it as it comes. And consider everything as the divine grace. It is giving you an opportunity to pray more, to meditate more. Every obstacle, every challenge is an opportunity. Think like this and try to grow beyond your just limited human thinking into the divine self. So with these words of blessings to everyone, and may this be auspicious and good year. The whole year, as I said, turns out to be good for everyone, not only us here, for the whole world. The whole world is a family, everybody is ours. We pray for everyone's welfare, and we believe that powerful prayers like this made with sincerity will definitely find fruition. So please pray deeply, sincerely for everybody's welfare. With these words, I'll conclude.
सर्वसुगुणसिन्धवे सकलसुजनबन्धवे सर्वसुगुणसिन्धवे सकलसुजनबन्धवे गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गला सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गला दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय दीनदुःखितपोषकाय दानधर्मप्रेरकाय सर्वलोकहितरकाय सर्वमङ्गला सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गला वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय वेदनादवर्धकाय विश्वशान्तिस्थापकाय ब्रह्मज्ञानबोधकाय दिव्यमङ्गला सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गला सत्यसायिनप्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय सत्यसायिनप्रियाय सत्यप्रेमविग्रहाय नित्यशुद्धनिर्मलाय नित्यमङ्गला सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय दिव्यमङ्गला सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गला ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्तजना संरक्षक पति महेश्वर मस्तक पलटेगा आपदा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदेव मणियंतयुनीवे स्वामी मणियंतयुनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयन ओम जय जगदीश हरि साई महादेवा सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगलारति अंधुको मंगलारति अंधुको मंदर गिरिधाम ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा ओम शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय